The Jade Master parable. The young guy wakes up and decides he wants to be a Jade Master. Says, that's it. I'm going to go trek where they said the Jade Master lives. So he gets on this journey, long time getting there, finds this Jade Master. That's like you, looking at all these different mentors out there, all these different authors and styles of trading, and you discover there's this guy named ICT. He really knows the algorithm. The algorithm, yeah, he'll tell you all about it when you get there. So you show up at the door, and this guy that doesn't look like the hero that you imagine he might look like shows up and says, hello. Says, I want to learn to be a trade master. Oh, okay. Well, watch me sit over here and do something in front of the whole world and prove that I'm the worthy trade master to listen to. And then he doesn't do anything except talk. And the young man that desires to be this trade master says, what the hell is this? This guy's full of shit. All you're doing is talking, bro. You didn't do anything. You didn't prove anything. And the trade master says, I've been talking to you about psychology and aligning your perspective on what things matter most and what you're going to do to wreck yourself. Come back next week. That's a mentorship per year. And I go through this every year, proving, number one, nobody's stepping, nobody's doing shit, nobody can beat it, nobody can challenge it, nobody does anything. But my concepts keep working. I keep making millionaires. I keep producing students that do exceptionally well. And now this year, here, no lots of talking, outside the spaces, of course. Watch this at the market. This is what I'm looking at. It's going here. Boom. Then I'll show you the execution. But Robin's Cup. Yep. Robin's Cup. Not one of those fucking competitors, not one of those talkers, not one of those trolls, not one of those motherfuckers did shit. Like I discovered how to learn how to trade this year. I didn't know how to trade last year. I have fun with this stuff. I have fun with this. It's genuinely fun. But the perspective is this. You are willing to ignore the very thing that I'm begged to do every time I come out here. Call it live. Do it live. Trade it with a real account. And you're stuck on Robin's Cup. That's the same thing in the Jade Master parable when the young man wants to go to learn to be a Jade Master. The first day he gets there, the Jade Master hands him a broom and says, okay, sweep over here. But before you start, here, take this green stone, hold it in your hand while you're doing it. What is that? In today's society, that's like, go fuck yourself, pal. I'm not cleaning your fucking house. I'm not doing that shit. I came here for you to teach me. And I know how I should be taught. This ain't how you fucking do it, man. You're a fraud. Okay. Next week, if you want to come back and learn, come back. But right now, you have to go home. What the hell? So he goes home. He's like, fuck this guy. And over the week, he's thinking, you know what? There ain't no other Jade Master able to do what he does. I gotta bite my tongue, swallow my pride, and go back there again. Shows up, knocks on the door. Jade Master opens the door up, smiles. He says, come in. He says, are you ready? Yes. Thinking, it's going to be a different show now. He gives him the broom again and presses another green stone in his hand. And yeah, he sweeps the shit, and he does it for a day or two. And then finally he says, you know what, man? You're talking to me about shit that has nothing to do with Jade. You got me sweeping your fucking apartment here. Like, come on, man. Like, what's going on here? He tells him, go home. Come back next week if you want to learn. That's a trading week, by the way. And this goes on for a couple weeks and maybe a couple months. And eventually, this guy stops interrupting so frequently and stops challenging what he's doing and what he's not learning about. Until one day, he says, you know, I got to tell you, man, I feel like you're taking advantage of me. I think you're frauding me. I think you're scamming me. I came here to learn about Jade. And I got all this bullshit, all this talking. You could have condensed all this and taught me how to be a Jade master in probably a 5-minute video. But you turned me into some fucking housemaid, like I'm a servant to you. You're engaging, farming engagements with me. You're monetizing my attention. Somehow you're making money off of me being here doing this, and I'm cleaning your house on top of it. And the Jade Master smiles and tosses him a rock, a green rock. Here's here, catch this jade. The young man grabs it in the air, looks at it, and says, "This ain't jade." And the Jade Master smiles. And the story leaves you with just that. Now, to the uninitiated, the stupid fucks, they're like, well, this is a waste of time. What the hell's the point of that? And the wise, the ones that are prepared to learn, they see it this way. The young man comes there with an aspiration to learn how to do something from the best. And the best knows that it isn't going to be a fast transition. And he also knows, because he has the experience, he's the Jade Master, that there's going to be a lot of expectations placed on what they want right away as a student. And before you can be a Jade Master, you have to know what the fuck Jade is and recognize what real Jade is. So while he was sweeping and he was holding on to that green stone, that was real Jade. He was giving that man time and letting him lend his own experience to him. Holding, what does real Jade feel like in your hand? Not just when you're carving it and shaping it. It's in your hand constantly for weeks and weeks and weeks. So when I'm showing you examples of where the market's going to draw to, and I show you the first resistance fair value gap, that's me placing Jade in your hand every day. So that way you recognize this is what it looks like. This is what it feels like in my hand right now with someone with more experience. And then when you see somebody else that's going to come to you and say, ICT's rebranded bullshit. It's fake. Nobody makes any money with it. He's not profitable. He doesn't have a profitable track record. He has no track record. He fails Robin Cup every time it comes out, and he's always a liar. He always frauds. He never calls it out live. You'll never see him trade a live account. You'll never see him show a broker statement. You'll never see him log into an account and show you day-by-day statements. You'll never see all that shit when you have. And you tell them that ain't real Jade because you're sitting with me every day. I might be talking about tree frogs. I might be talking about world events and shit. I might be talking about my own personal things and my own experience. It's probably no interest in you in the beginning. It would bore you. Like, get to the fucking point, dude. I can't listen to this fucking guy. How can anybody listen to this guy? Because I'm talking to you in a language that's going to be understood when you have more experience. You're going to look back and say, oh shit, this makes perfect sense now. Because I can't teach you the first day you come with me and you turn to me as a mentor and say, okay, if you're this big hot shot in trading and you know how the algorithm works and when it's going to not be favorable, when it is favorable, it's going to be real easy for you to teach to me real fast because I don't have a lot of time to waste on you. And I'm going to tell you, you're saying you don't have enough time to invest in you. So I'm either going to break that spirit in you or you're going to have to go away because that's an unteachable person. So when you listen to me bloviate about things, that's going to have a whole lot more pertinence to what you do as a trader later on when you have experience and you start trading with real money, not monetized demo accounts where you can reset for less than $50. When you listen to me point out beforehand, that's me giving you Jade. That's me giving you real Jade. Some of you recognize right away when I was showing you my 2 losses, that ain't real Jade. There was nothing in those positions that was warranting an entry. None. Why did I show you them? Finally, he's being honest. He's going to show you his losing trade. See, well done, ICT. You're reminding us that, no. You missed the whole plot. You missed it. I told you in advance I had to prove that I was going to do it wrong. And then I did it. I could have hid that. I could have reset the account. I could have done a number of things. Why did I show it? Because I was living up to what I said this week. I was going to give you something that isn't real Jade. And only the students that know what I'm doing and teaching can recognize there was nothing in that time to be a trade at that time how I was doing that. Zero. Zero. You're learning from the Jade Master. Didn't recognize until now. When someone tells you that the first presented fair value gap is bullshit and doesn't work, no one that's been in my presence this year is going to believe that. Why? Because you've had real jade in your hands every day, watching you use it, watching me tell you how it's going to behave, which setups are going to be yielding itself to you. That's experience. And that's what the Jade Master was teaching this young man by forcing him to submit to the process of holding real jade so that way you know what it feels like in your own hands. How can you be a Jade Master if you don't know what the difference is between a green stone and real jade? How can you differentiate a high probability trade versus a low probability trade? By being with the trade master day by day and pointing out what makes it high probability or low probability. What causes it to be a high resistance liquidity run condition versus a low resistance liquidity run condition? How does the economic counter impact the levels of efficiency that may or may not exist in price on that given day? See, I don't complicate it for the sake of just complicating it. I'm satisfying two things. I'm making the lazy go elsewhere or tap out. And that's going to save them money. That's how I look at it. I'm doing them a service of mercy. I'm saving themselves from themselves. But I'm also rewarding the diligent. I'm giving you all of the real meat that you need to have. And the least important thing, the technical stuff, that's sprinkled in there. But you think when you first come to me, that's what you're looking for that. Let me go to this guy that takes out all the bullshit and goes right to the point where it's an ICT gem. We're just going to slice up and just take all the other stuff out of the marketplace discussion that he just gave, and just going to talk about that little thing right there. That's this little piece right here, and we'll call it the secret sauce. That's not the sauce. All the extra talking, that's the sauce. It's all about mindset, how you internalize things, your internal dialogue. How do you manage your internal dialogue? Do you wrestle with yourself while you're in a trade? Or are you constantly asking the market to prove to you that it's still yielding what you expect it to do? You are the one that complicates it. I'm demystifying it. But it's a boring process, demystifying it. You have to listen to a lot of things that require you to think. That's why it's not easy. Trading, once you know what your model is, it's easy. You do this, you don't do this. But figuring out what's comfortable for you, that's really hard. That's really hard. And that's what the Jade Master was doing with that young man. He saw him come to him on a long journey to learn how to be a Jade Master. He expected to see, this is the knife you use for this, and this is the instrument you use to smooth it over here, and this is what you want to do to make a shape appear inside the jade surface by this and that. You want to get right down to the point of, show me how I can make money being a Jade Master. Okay, slow your roll, and we're going to have to teach you humility. Number one, patience. Number two, it's no different than trading. You want to be a hotshot, never losing trade, all big profits, payout trader, and you think people are obligated to teach you. Someone that knows what they're doing doesn't need to teach you. They don't need to teach you, but you come to them with a spirit of expectation and borderline entitlement. Listen, I walked all this way to find you on the internet. You owe it to me. I've watched all your videos and I still don't get it. You owe me. Every time the young man complained, the Jade Master sent him home. Made him wait a week. Okay. How's that any different to a trading week? No. You have lessons given to you. I tell you, look at this, look at that. So that way, what am I doing? I'm giving you real market insights that the market's going to use that day. Are you ignoring it? Are you saying this is bullshit? You're not giving me a trade entry? It's a lot of folks that I block every day that come at me with that dumb shit. Because that's like the same thing, the Jade Master sending them home. I don't ever want to hear from somebody like that. ever again. Because you're teaching me the most direct way to identify you as someone that's unteachable. You're unteachable. Trading, if it's so fucking easy, all these people that talk this bullshit, I complicate it. Okay, you come out here, you call the market. You come out here and execute based on what you called. Do it every single fucking day like I'm doing. Do it every fucking day unless I tell you otherwise I'm not going to be here. I'm doing it every day. These same people that have their opinions like that, they're not going to do it. But you let them bother you. They don't fucking bother me. I'm on the wrong app if I'm trying to hide from somebody. If I'm trying to hide from somebody, I'm on the wrong motherfucking app because everybody can come at me here. And I've invited it. And it's comedy that all the excuses are falling away. Falling away. So Robin's Cup is the broom. So you think that the Jade Master, or in my case, the Trade Master, I'm supposed to tip dance into a fucking everything you want me to do to prove myself. Fuck you. There's no better way than what I'm doing right now. Because if I fail in front of you this way, this is embarrassing. Think about it. I created a Telegram channel so that way you could come in there and watch me in a controlled setting. I don't have to read your bullshit, your opinion, took the same trade as you, boss. Get out of here. Whatever I say, that's it. That's the focus. You don't have to worry about remarks. You don't have to look at emojis supporting or taking shots at whatever I said. It's just right to the fucking point and delivering like gangbusters every fucking day. Proving what? I know what JADE is, and I'm teaching you how to identify it. So when people tell you, or you read other people say, ICT concepts or smart money concepts are bullshit rebranded and that nobody makes money with it and you can't see it and you'll never see them use it and you'll never see any consistency with it. There's no edge in it. These are people that are lying to you. They have no idea what they're talking about. Because now that you've been with me, even this year, the first 2 months, if I would have just stopped right there, yeah, that's enough. I had people come out and say straight up, you know what, I was a hater of you. I talked shit about you all the time. But what you did this year, I'm fucking convinced. Like you must really enjoy doing this stuff because you know how to trade. Right. They get my humor now. I'm not hiding it from anybody. I've invited every shit talker out here, and all of them find the excuse to block me and find somewhere else to be. Okay, that's fine. I'm not here to hate on anybody, but don't blame me because nobody showed me up because I've given them the stage for it and they don't do it. Because they know who the fuck I am. They just don't want to admit it. They know what I can do. They just don't want to admit it. And some of you are failing an IQ test because you're watching me literally fucking do it and you're denying it. You're fucking denying it. Guess what that shows you? It shows you that you have hero worship syndrome. You're not going to learn from anybody that might have a opposing opinion by, I don't know, more than 3 people. Because you care about your own image. That means you're a victim of social media. You're a statistic. You're a casualty of this bullshit, this science project, this social engineering project of social media. That's what this is. And you're fucking failing. Robin's Cup is easy fucking, that's lightweight shit. Easy shit. It's easy. Month fucking 1 of me in the Telegram blew out fucking Robin's Cup. It's done. Nobody's gotten that high yet. And look what's going on. You had somebody come out here called me a fucking scammer. I ain't dropping names. Oh, he's a fucking scammer. Blah, 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 blah. Showed up 2 days, shit himself, never came back. But guess what? That man has my respect because he got himself there. Most people would never do it because they know they can't. And the embarrassment that comes behind it. When here I am, I make a fucking clownery of it. Look at that shit. Look at that shit over here. Look at this. Look. Now, look at me over here. Mr. fucking Perfect. Calling it, doing the fucking executions. Boom, 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 boom. And telling everybody behind the scenes, watch how they react. There's still going to be people that ignore what I just fucking did right there. proving that there's nothing that I'm going to be able to do for certain individuals to make them realize that what I'm teaching works, that it works well in my hands, and you can learn it too. Perception. Go back to being a magician for a second. If I hold a deck of cards in my hand and I show you a card and I ask you to sign that card, and then I tell you to put the card back in the deck anywhere the fuck you want, and then shuffle that deck, what do you think the chances are of me cutting to the card that you signed first attempt? I'm going to tell you it's 100%. I'm going to do that 100 fucking percent. How can I say that I have 100% confidence that I can do that? Because I have a PD array in that deck of cards. Huh? What the fuck you just